The Raptor Center is a 501c3, which is a nonprofit organization, and we're dedicated to the conservation of birds of prey. And essentially what that means is that we have a group of folks that are veterinarians and rehabilitation coordinators and volunteers that fix injured birds, and that's one side of our operation. The other side is the Raptor Trail, where we educate the public about conservation issues, about raptors and their natural history, about the physics of flight, about all sorts of different wonderful things.
Oh, I hadn't been here more than a couple days when I was asked to go over to the hospital, and they just literally needed help. It was sort of all hands on with a bird coming in, and I really didn't know what I was doing other than just sitting there and holding the talons. And that's the one thing I remember them telling me is don't let go of the feet. And so, because of course with raptors, the business end of the bird is the feet, and it was an injured hawk that had come in and had been hit by a car, of course. And so at that point I realized what we did was extremely important, and I need to be a part of the mission.
Started as a volunteer in 1983. I was a college student, and I saw a live bird of prey, a red-tailed hawk, I believe it was, up close and personal. That was my first experience, and I was hooked right away.
So I was in advertising for 25 years, so my primary responsibility in advertising was to connect people with services and products that they needed. Here at the Raptor Center, my primary goal is to connect people with the natural world and with the wonder that entails. So Carolina Raptor Center has 13 full-time employees, and that is really interesting because we have 2 7-day-a-week operations. So those 13 people keep us going 7 days a week in 2 locations. And they are supported by a group of wonderful volunteers. 150 folks come every week and do a 4-hour shift. So lots of folks coming in and out of the Raptor Center trying to support all of the work that we do. We have 40,000 visitors that walk the Raptor Trail every year, and then we have an additional 27,000 students that are in classrooms and on field trips here at the Raptor Center, learning about raptors and their natural history and watching them fly.
Certainly releases are always unforgettable. I was fortunate to be able to release a bald eagle just a few weeks ago.
Any number of eagle releases we've done are just extremely cool.
And that's pretty exciting, just because we don't get very many, number one. Number two, it's a bald eagle, a symbol of this country. That's just amazing. To see it fly off after, in this case, only a few days here, this bird was lucky. It was pretty incredible.
The first time I ever got to handle a bird doing an education program, I was working with one of the birds, and even though it was a little bitty screech owl, the first time you've got a glove and this bird is sitting on your glove, it's just unbelievable. It's just the coolest feeling in the world, and particularly when you're out with birds and you're doing programs, it's unbelievable.